Welcome back, everybody, to our first bowl game as an Oklahoma Sooner. We are facing the 6-6 Florida Gators, which you would think that their record being 6-6 would make them an average team, but they're rated a 97 in this game, and their defense is a 99, so they are definitely going to be a problem in this game. Because of their 6-6 rating, they obviously do not have a ranking in the top 25. They must have lost to some pretty big teams, because they are a pretty good team, and you will see in this game that it is not going to be an easy blowout, as you might expect, because we are the 23rd ranked team. We've been hovering around there pretty much the whole season, but as you can see on their first drive, the pass to Treon Harris, who's their fullback, gets them their first touchdown. Now we get our first chance at the ball. Donald Ostrander catches a 13-yard pass. Alex Ross, again, he's in for this game, which I'm happy about. He was our starter for most of the season, especially when we weren't even playing. And on the opening drive, the defensive line just gets to me too quickly. I have to throw the ball away, and Florida will get another chance at the ball. At quarterback, they have Jeff Driscoll. He's a senior this year, playing his final game at Florida. 6'4", 238. He's from Port Charlotte, Florida. So a local Florida guy at their quarterback. He's going to be trying, make this the best game possible and try to get his team the victory. So it will not be easy for us, and our defense is just letting him run down the field pretty easily, and another touchdown to Quentin Dunbar. Both touchdowns on both their drives, and we are already down 14-0 before even the end of the first quarter. We end up finding Woods at the midfield. Get us some big chunk of yards. We're going to give it to Alex Ross. I think this is his longest run so far, 14 yards. Longest run he has in a while. He needs to get better at those longer runs and run after contact. This time he gains 10, making it second down in inches. We're going to give it to Ross again. He cannot. He does actually get to the first down. I thought he didn't. This time no one really open. We're going to try to roll out. I decided to run for it. Not a very good decision, but we do not fumble it, thankfully. Second down and 7, we're going to give it to Ross. He loses 9. Now it's third down and 9. But that is the end of the first quarter. So now we have third down and 9 coming up. We go with a 4 verticals play, which I don't really know what the coach was thinking there. 4 verticals on the 9-yard line. That just, I don't really know. I don't even know what was happening there. But so we have to set up the field goal after that. Not going to blame the coach. I guess I should have done something. Pass to Taven Bryan gets them 16 yards, and Florida up by 11 points here. They're going to give the handoff to Brown. No one is even on that side of the field, it seems like. Mac Brown gets a nice chunk of yards. Brown again on the catch. Brings it to third down and 1 on the speed option. Driscoll just cannot throw the ball, or whatever it is, lateral the ball. I think we had one of those plays in a previous game. Very difficult to pull off that play. Can't really find anyone open. We end up finding Derek Woods again for 26 yards. I think he had a big play in the first quarter as well. Next up, we try the screen on second down and 10. An interesting play call. That does not end up doing anything. Alex Ross just cannot get any yards. But on the next play, Nick Wilson, a guy we should see a little bit more of next year, gets a 42-yard catch to bring us within the 10-yard line. Alex Ross loses one. We're going to hand it to Keith Ford this time. He loses another one, so now it's third down and goal from the 12. We're just going to chuck it up. I think that was a 4 verticals call again, so I decided to just chuck it up to Derek Woods, our number 1 receiver. And 2 4 vertical calls within the 10-yard line both led to field goals. The Gators are going to get the ball back again. 2 minutes left in this half, and Driscoll is going to pass this one pretty much out of bounds. Driscoll's now going to try the screen, something that we were not doing very good at, and they cannot do anything with it either. Leads to a punt. So Deron Neal's going to try to take this one back. Gets about 10 yards on that return. We're going to open up with a pass to Taylor McNamara to bring us to midfield. We have 1 minute and 38 to work with to try to maybe tie this game before halftime. Find Ross on the outside. Hopefully he ducks out of bounds. He doesn't. It's a bad mistake, but it doesn't leave us with much time. Next we get our pass swatted away. It's third down and 10. I don't know why I tried the drag route, but That was just a bad decision on my part. Leads to a third field goal of the quarter. We score 3 times unanswered, but only end up with 9 points. 40 seconds left for Florida, and they know that they can't really do anything, so they just run out the clock. 1 second left. Driscoll's going to take it for himself. Pretty risky move, I would say, but that's about it for halftime. Luckily, we get the ball at halftime for a change. That doesn't often happen. Another kick pretty deep in the end zone leads to the knee. Alex Ross loses 3, and then he's going to lose another 3. Make it 3rd down and 16. Not the way we want to start off the half. No one's really getting open. I try to run out. I think I saw Woods open, but if I tried that pass, I would have just got sacked, or possibly fumbled the ball. So I did make the right decision by throwing it out of bounds. Florida's going to get the ball again. Start out similarly like we did until a 3-yard loss. Driscoll's now going to take off. Somehow, that was a nasty stiff arm from Driscoll. That gives him 20 extra yards. Should have been tackled there. Next play, he doesn't find anything. One thing I noticed about this game is that we just have awful coverage of the quarterback runs. Driscoll runs all over us in this game. He's going to throw it to Pittman here to bring it to 1st and goal. And Harris is going to stiff arm his way almost in the end zone. 2nd down and goal from about the 1. Harris going to try again. He cannot get it. 3rd down and goal here. Give it to Brown on the opposite side. No one was there to cover it. Mac Brown with the touchdown. Makes it 21-9. Both teams have scored 3 times, but big point difference for Oklahoma to make up here. 2nd down and 1. We're going to find McNamara again. Over the middle, they were not covering him very much. Something I do like to exploit when I see it. Now we're going to roll out. No one's open. Couldn't find anyone. I just chucked it up hoping that something would happen since he was on the edge. Bad decision as Morrison comes down with the interception. That could have been some points that we should have got, but Florida gets possession of the ball. And again, Driscoll just bounces off a hit. Makes a run out of what seemed like nothing. This time with Brown on the outside. He gets another nice block to get the 1st down. A minute left in this 3rd quarter. Harris, 3 runs in a row on the left side have just all picked up 3rd downs. Now they're going to try on the right with Mac Brown. He's going to lose 2. So 3rd down and 12. We have to stop him here. We get to Dunbar. We do stop them finally. I think this is the first drive that we stopped them for at least a field goal. And now we're down by 15, which is still only 2 scores, so it's looking all right. Deron Neal ends up dropping that one. So we have 2nd down and 10. We're going to find Woods. He shakes off one, but then the hit makes him fumble. I don't know how he picked up that ball. That ball looked like it went right out of bounds immediately. I don't know how he got that, but he did get it. So 2 straight turnovers. I mean, at least it wasn't us, right? Brown picks up the 1st down for Florida, and this game is quickly getting out of our hands. Driscoll's going to do another nasty stiff arm. 2 stiff arms. Took 4 people to get him down. He's having a monster game for his last game. Now Brown's going to pick up another 1st down. We have players sliding everywhere. Brown's going to take this one. Doesn't get anything. 2nd down and 10. Driscoll's going to find Bryan. Taven Bryan with the touchdown. I don't even know what our corner is doing. He kind of like stopped at the end of that if you rewind it. Now Deron Neal's going to take this one to the 20-yard line. We are now losing by, quick math, 22 points. 3 possessions. I find Shepard deep down the sideline. If that ball would have been 2 or 3 feet inbound, we would have got that, and that would have been a big gain. Probably would not have let us win, but at least some extra points, as Florida now has the ball again, and all they have to do is run down this clock. Definitely not going to be taking any timeouts, because this game is pretty much over. It needs an absolute miracle. So they are basically wasting the entire clock. We would have to get 2 onside kicks to at least, get back to winning this game. 50 seconds left. They're going to give it to Brown. Only 1 play is left. Driscoll's going to take it for himself, and just like he's been doing all game, he just gets a huge open hole. Another stiff arm, brings him to the 1. Luckily, he didn't get the touchdown to save us some glory. But we ended up losing our first bowl game. I'm not too concerned. We only played for half this season. And we have 2 more seasons to try to, you know, make this team back into at least the top 10 or top 15 where it usually is. Florida ends up with the victory, 31-9. Jeff Driscoll is the player of game for the last game, so that's pretty good for him. I think he had 128 rushing yards. I don't even know if I just saw that right, but that's insane. We are going to need to work on that for the future. So Florida definitely was a lot better than their rating of 6-6 was. Alex Ross did not have a very good game. We didn't have a very good game. The play calling was a little bit off, but now we have the off season to work on that. Nick Wilson with that 45-yard catch. Definitely excited about him as the true freshman. Jeff Driscoll, 18-20, 3 touchdowns. Couldn't ask for a better game from him. And yeah, 128 yards in the ground as well, so he showed up. He definitely showed up. Marcus Robinson had the most amount of yards, didn't get a touchdown for them. And now looking at these stats overall, you know, not bad, but 1 of 7 on third down. We could just not convert on third down ever. And whenever we did, we would just end up turning it over a few plays later. So that's going to be the end of the season. Next episode, I'm going to go over the stats, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. I will catch you later. Goodbye.